Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Spike. Today we're going to work on some door panels for the mid doors, I'm going to call them. And I managed to get my cardboard all nicely cut out. So we're going to take them over to the workbench, my outdoor workbench. And we're going to go cut out some panel pieces for these doors. We'll get these painted all up. We'll get them all nice and clean. Ready to go. We'll insulate them and then we'll put the panels on and we'll see how they look. Hopefully they look good. This is my little journey on how to get this done. And I'm gonna have a little bit of troubles with all these curves, but we'll figure it out. So let's go over and see what the other doors look like. I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do about these little 4 posts that are sticking through, and this piece you kind of have to press in a little bit, but that's only for indoor use. If you're outdoor and you're trying to pull the handle or use the key, it works fine, but this does not go up like it's supposed to. I knew this problem was going to persist on that side, so I may end up cutting a plunge cut, cutting that out, but other than that, it looks great. This curve turned out nice. I don't think you could have gotten any better. There's a bit of a gap down here, but I might put a couple tech screws in there just to get it all tightened up. I think the paint turned out great. I accidentally touched this spot before it was dry. Put a gasket in there on both sides. Got a little overspray on the rubber, but it doesn't affect the use, so I think it looks awesome.
Right now, man, active. Down with the game like a bandit. Me bring the flame like a matches. Test me now. Without the slackness, active style and pattern, the summer there. Active. One live life massive. Talking up and off brandish. Control down whole the world hostage. When I start the bump up like mash pit. When we step out to the place, get active.
Okay, looks like it fits nice. I think all my holes seem to line up. And I'm sure we'll get to those and they'll line up just right, even if I have to mingle with the screw a little bit, wind the hole a little bit. I think it will be fine. I think now that that's all tied up and done, this one's all done and ready to go. The other side over here. Now we're going to get over to cleaning this all up. We're going to tape it all off, all the rubber. Anything that doesn't need to get painted, we'll cover it up. I need to put a little bit of rust protector around here because it hasn't been painted. I'm just going to clean up some of the old dust. We'll get some styrofoam. We'll stuff the styrofoam down below because I don't want it touching moisture. If rains and water gets in here, or I'm driving and water gets down there, I don't want it touching the wool. The foam insulation can handle moisture probably a little bit better, so I'd rather have the foam down here. We'll protect all of the door handles and openings with some foam, and so the foam insulation, we'll box it all off so that the wool doesn't get tangled up in the locking mechanisms on both sides. We'll try and stuff as much insulation up here as I can. Once that's all done, we'll get to mounting the panels and tying it all together. So let's get started. Let's move on to the next step. I'm gonna set off to this off to the side and go grab myself a new cup of tea.
I try to pray for you. Try to play for you. I try to pray for you, for you, for you. I try to pray for you, I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. Even when there's nothing, you always make up something. You know I try to pray for you. Even when we're touching, you always make a fuss. Okay, I'm pacing. Don't test my patience. I'm trying to pace it. You kept me waiting. I try to pray for you. Okay, I'm pacing. It cannot wait 'cause you test my patience. I try to pray for you. For you.
I ran out of primer and I had to go scavenge the paint box, and I found some other primer which was olive green. So the inside of this door is going to be olive green. So whatever, it doesn't matter. It's protected, it's painted, no water should be able to get in. I made a big mess over here. I might sand it down and give it a little coat, but it's getting a little cold. As you can tell, I can see my breath. It's probably like +2 degrees. You're not supposed to be painting when it's this cold, but I wanted to get this done so that I can put the panels on, because that ties that up. Once that's done, there's not much else we need to get done outside that requires a bunch of heat and sunlight. So tomorrow when I get up, I'll finish off by putting a light coat of clear coat on top of it. Once that clear coat is dry, I will let it cure for like a few hours before I will go and water stain those panels. Once we get those panels up, we'll get them installed and we will move on to the next project and we'll call this one done. But that's it for tonight. Cross our fingers and hopefully that it sticks and adheres and doesn't need to be repainted. So we'll catch you guys in the morning.
Just let me go. Please let me go. You like to love so hard and then you throw it away. You like to open skies and then you blame it on me.
I got all my paint squared away. I got my clear coat on. Hopefully what is there actually stays, because some of it didn't stick like I thought it might, but I took the risk anyways. So now I've got a propane fire pit heating the area while it cures this last little area. But the areas inside the van that the diesel heater was able to get at did keep the van warm enough overnight for it to cure, and it looks like it did pretty good, except one spot that I kind of took a little sandpaper to, put a little white coat over top, put a clear coat over top. So far looking good. Next year, maybe the year after that, we'll take care of those spots that I screwed up on. So now we're gonna get on to the next step, which is water sealing the back panels, or the panels that go on the doors, and then we'll flip them over, we'll do the other side. And then while that's curing or drying a little bit, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna insulate the doors. And then once those are insulated, we'll pop these panels on. Hopefully everything lines up and everything looks good, and we can finally take this project and cross it off the list and move on to the next project. All right, let's get started.
I'm craving hope in this darkness. You say I'm just a joke, just a joke. Shivers my spine so well. Swimming in the river stakes too much. I'm trying to let go of us, but the truth is what's real and no one else. in fire. My darling, rose in fire. You're a liar. You say, my darling, rose in fire. In fire. You say, my darling, rose in fire. You're a liar. Shivers my spine, so swimming in the rivers, swimming in the rivers. I'm trying to let go of this, but you know it's really you want
All right, guys, so this is done. I made a little bit of a mistake because the door dips in and this sticks out a little bit. So this pipe for the water actually cuts into this board a little bit. When I close the door, it does leave a line on this panel, but I think after a while it'll just settle in itself and figure it itself out, I think. We'll see. If not, we'll figure something else out. But door closes. It actually closes pretty nicely too, because I barely had to close it, and it actually shuts all the way. Well, that time it didn't close. So you gotta shut it a little bit, but you don't have to slam it to shut it. So that's good news. So that's awesome that this is all done. This means that the entire back of the van has been insulated. So that means I can move on to the next step and cross these door panels off the list. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to attach anything to this, like a garbage can or anything like that. I will figure that out later. If I do, it'll be in a future video, which you guys will see. But for now, this is functional and I can go pack this thing and go camping before the snow flies. But there's a few more things I need to do before I can get this thing on the road. That is, put some winter tires on it, make my bed, install the stove, you know, like minor things. We'll see you guys next time on the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.